poppin', everybody? We are back with another video, and in today's video, what I have done is I have taken some of the best rivalries in world football, such as El Clasico, the North London Derby, Der Klassiker, and I've combined each rivalry into one team, and then I put all of these best rivalries into one league, and we are going to find out which is the best rivalry in the world based off their player quality, based off of who does the best, and yeah, I think we're good to get straight into it. But before we do that, I need you to do two things for me. I first need you to smash that like button, and then secondly, I need you to smash that subscribe button because we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and it would mean a lot if you hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into it, starting off with El Clasico. I went the wrong way, but here it is, and I mean, this team is probably the favorite. This is why I did it first, because you have Vinny, Lewandowski, Mbappe, Bellingham, De Jong, Valverde, Mendy, Rudiger, Araujo, Koundé, with Courtois in net, and the bench is insanely stacked as well. So this is my favorite of the group, but there's plenty of other teams, so let's get to it. Moving on to the next team, it is the North London Derby, and I mean, Arsenal just came off a 5-1 win against Man City, which is insane. But yeah, this team is pretty good as well. You have some of the highlights: Son, Saka, Odegaard, Madison, Rice. The defense is good as well, Gabriel Saliba. But it's a pretty good team. I don't know though, is it better than our other team in England, which is the Manchester United-Liverpool Derby? Honestly, people like to clown on it a bit, but it is probably the biggest rivalry in all of England, I would say, because, you know, Man United, Liverpool, they're both the biggest teams going back in the day, and there's still a lot of animosity between the two of them, and the team is good. It's probably not the best. I don't know, Van Dijk, Salah, Fernandes, McAllister. It's a good team, don't get me wrong, but there are better teams, so let's get to them. Coming to the biggest rivalry in Germany, in my opinion, you have Der Klassiker, the match between Dortmund and Bayern Munich. And this team, it's good. I like it. Harry Kane, Brandt, Musiala, Olise as your front four, Schlotterbeck, Upamecano, and Kobel in the back with a solid midfield. And I mean, it's a good team. It's a great team, honestly. It's probably top 4, top 3, but I think the next team that we're about to show is going to be probably one of the better ones. And that is the team of the Milan Derby. Honestly, I could have done either the Milan Derby or the Derby, or the rivalry between Inter Milan and Juventus, but I decided to do the Milan Derby. And this team is insane. You have Lautaro, Rafa Leao, Pulisic, Mkhitaryan, Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Teo, Bastoni, Maignan. This team is insanely good. It's probably, I'd say this is the second best behind El Clasico, but let me know what you think of that. And then we move on to the Rome Derby, which is a mixture of Roma and Lazio. I was in Italy once. I saw that there was no love between these two teams, and it's a pretty decent team. It's mostly just Roma, but there are a few Lazio players that snuck themselves into it. But it's a good team, not the best though. Moving to the Netherlands, we have the Ajax-Feyenoord rivalry, and it's a decent team. The Eredivisie is kind of fallen off a cliff, and they're not as good as they once were. But this is the team. It's all right. It's all right. That's all I'm gonna say. In Portugal, we have the Benfica Sporting Lisbon Derby, and not a derby. It's just a rivalry, but it's a really good team. You have Gyökeres up top. When is he gonna get sold to a bigger team? Who knows? Di Maria, Trincao, Coxu, Otamendi, Silva, and goal, Inacio. It's a good team. It's probably from like one of the not top 5 leagues. It's probably one of the better ones. Now, traveling to the Middle East, we have the Saudi Arabian El Clasico, as I read online, that is what it's called, of Al Hilal versus Al Ittihad. I mean, it's pretty much Saudi league, like their finest players. I mean, like, it's besides Al Nassr, these are the two big teams, and I mean, it has all the big names: Neymar, Benzema, Kante, Cancelo. It's a good team, but it's the Saudi league, so how good can it be? Now we have moving on to one of the most bitter, toxic, most aggressive rivalry in the world, the Old Firm Derby, as I'm pretty sure what it's called, Rangers and Celtic. This is one of the most, like, the videos that I've seen of it, I don't really watch the Scottish Premier League, but this rivalry is insane. Rangers and Celtic, two of the biggest rivals in the world. Probably rivalries-wise, they are top 3, maybe not in the quality of players, but still, there's some good players here, maybe not the best, but it's still good. Moving on, we now have the matchup between Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. I mean, the Turkish league, just like the Scottish Premier League, the fans are insane. I mean, if you've seen videos of it, you know how crazy they get, and they have so much passion. It's insane. But this team is pretty good. I mean, you have Osimhen. I don't know what he's doing in Turkey. He's having a good time, though, and the rest of the team is pretty good as well. But I mean, Osimhen is like the only really high-rated one, so it can't be that great. And you know how I said those two rivalries were insanely heated? They have nothing, and I mean nothing, on this rivalry. Boca Juniors and River Plate, in my opinion, the most aggressive rivalry in the world. There is so much hate between Boca Juniors and River Plate. I would love to go to one of those games. I think it would just be insane scenes, but it's a team. I don't know if if you're a Boca Junior or a River Plate fan, I'm sorry for mixing the two teams together, but this is just for the video. So, it's an insane rivalry. Search up videos of it. That might be the greatest rivalry in the whole world of football. Now taking things to America, probably on the lesser side of a rivalry. It has a name though, El Tráfico, which is just LA Galaxy and LAFC. I mean, it's not even that much of a rivalry because LAFC has been a team for maybe like 6, 7-ish years, so it can't really be that good, but the team is alright. It's not bad. It's whatever. Let's be honest. Last but not least, you guys gotta stick with me on this one. I have made the Oil Clasico into a team. They're not really a rivalry at all, but oil money and oil money combined, can they do damage? Probably. I mean, look at this team. Haaland, Kavicha, Dembele, Rodri, De Bruyne, Foden, Marquinhos, Diaz, Hakimi, Gavardio, Donnarumma, and net. This team is insanely stacked, but it's not that much of a rivalry. I just wanted to add it in because I thought it would be fun. But yeah, now that I've shown you all the teams, what we're going to do is I put all of these teams in the Premier League together. We are going to simulate to the end of the season, and then we are going to see who can win the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup. So let's get into it right now. The simulation has finished and we are ready to see. As you can see, I put a bunch of Indian teams in just so that they wouldn't mess up the rest of them. Mostly the teams above them will all beat them, which they have. But as you can see, we have the bottom two teams. We have the Old Firm Derby, the Rangers, and Celtic. And then right above them is Benfica, Sporting Lisbon, which honestly I'm surprised about. I thought the Portuguese not Derby. I don't know why I keep saying Derby. Their rivalry, I thought it would be a bit better. They have good players. They have Gyökeres. They have some other good players, but apparently not. Let's see though. Who is 12th? 12th is River Plate and Boca Juniors. I mean, rivalry, one of the best. I guess not the quality of players. Nobody really wants to play in Argentina, but it's all right. It's still goated rivalry. 11th is the Turkish. I keep saying Derby. If I say Derby, just know I'm talking about a rivalry. But it is between Fenerbahce and Galatasaray. Another good team. I did say Osimhen couldn't do all the work by himself, which obviously he couldn't. 60 goals allowed. I mean, it's all right. But we now move on to the top 10. So who is 10th? 10th is the Netherlands rivalry of Ajax and Feyenoord. And I mean, 51 points, decent. I honestly expected them to do worse than a few of these other ones, but they surprised me, so I'll give it to them. But we move on, though. Who is 9th? 9th is the... Whoa! This is who I thought was going to be last, honestly. El Tráfico, LA Galaxy, and LAFC somehow made it to 9th, finishing a bunch of European, Argentinian, and that is crazy. I don't even know how that happened, but... That's I guess MLS on top. MLS is bigger than some of these leagues in England. I mean, Europe. I can't speak English, but it's all right. Who is 8th? 8th is the Manchester United Liverpool derby. Whoa! That is really low. I was not expecting that to be this low. Very interesting. All right. I guess Man United didn't really add that much to Liverpool. Maybe they would have just been better off by themselves, but it's all right. We move on. Who is 7th? The Rome Derby. Wow. I did not expect Roma and Lazio to do better than Man United and Liverpool. But apparently they did. 69 points. 10 points ahead of them. Good for them. All right. Well, good. Moving on. Who is 6th? 6th is the Saudi Arabian rivalry of Al Ittihad and Al Hilal. Another, I guess the Saudi Pro League, the wash players, they can still cook if you bring them into a real league. So, good for them. But we now have 5 more teams left. I'm pretty sure we have El Clasico, Der Klassiker, we have the Milan Derby, we have the Oil Clasico, and we have somebody else. I forget. But who is 5th? 5th is the North London Derby. That is the one I forgot. But that is pretty good for them. That was actually where I was expecting them to finish. Not the top 4, but around the area. Maybe a bit lower, maybe in there. But we still are down to 4 teams now. So who is 4th? 4th is the El Clasico team. No way! No way! El Clasico, only 80 points. They do not win the league. That is crazy. All right. Well, we now have 3 more teams left. Who is going to be 3rd? 3rd is the Oil Clasico team. And I mean, they probably shouldn't have been in this video anyways, but it was fun while it lasted. They are 3rd now. So, we are down to our final 2 teams, which are Der Klassiker and the Milan derby. Who is going to win it? My money is on the Milan derby. Let me know what your favorite rivalry or derby is down in the comments below. Let me know which ones I missed out on, if there are any. But yeah, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. The Classicer has won the Premier League. Wow, 3 points ahead of the Milan derby, winning them the league. Wow, I mean, honestly, I did not expect them to do that well. I thought they would be top 4, but not first. Definitely not first, but they surprised me. Congratulations. The Bundesliga is not to be trifled with. But now let's take a look at who won the other 2 trophies. Who won the Carabao Cup? Carabao Cup also goes to the Classicer, beating the Milan derby in the finals again. Wow. Burnley and Bolton somehow made it that far. Let's see. We'll just take a look here. The Man United Liverpool rivalry beat El Clasico. Okay. So that is the Carabao Cup. Now, let's take a look at the FA Cup. Who has won that? It goes to the North London derby, beating El Clasico in the finals. Okay. All right. Well, the Portuguese rivalry was there. Here are a few others. We'll just take a quick look around. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to scroll through you so you can see who it is. But yeah, now we will do the final thing. We will take a look who was the highest goal scorer. It was Harry Kane. I mean, it was expected. Vinny is there. Erling Haaland's there. Pedro Gonçalves is there. Lautaro is there as well. Marcus Thuram, some of the players from the Indian teams, Kylian Mbappe. Top assisters was Vinny, Saint-Maximin, Thuram, Gonçalves, Bernardo Silva. Okay, so W performance from Der Classicer. Give it a hand for them. Good performances from the Milan derby, a few other teams, Oil Clasico, El Clasico. I mean, they're always expected to be on the top. But yeah, that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, because we're on the road to through 2,000 subscribers, and it would mean a lot if you hit that subscribe button. But that is it. I will see you guys. Peace.